All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second set of games. Keno's here once again, this time with Arcane Soda. How you doing, Arcane Soda?
I'm doing all right. And how about yourself?
I'm doing okay, hanging in there, getting excited for these playoff games as we are getting in to see who is actually going to make it. We're going to slide over the standings real quick just to remind everyone what is at stake here. All four of these next games are going to have teams that are in play. Um, if Phoenix and Option 12 both 2-0, Northern Storm will actually be out of the playoffs, so a lot on the line for them right now as we go into them versus Phoenix. What are you looking for in this next set of games?
Well, it's a very exciting set of games that we got coming forward with, like you said, playoffs hanging for all these teams that are involved in these next two sets of games. Um, I think we're in for quite the show. So,
Which matchup are you most looking forward to between these
um,
players?
uh, I think that this matchup for Northern Storm versus Phoenix is going to be really interesting to see. Um, just a number of different things. We've got a pretty interesting dynamic in the top lane with Eternal versus Bidet there. Both of them have been kind of steady for their teams, sometimes being relegated to those more tank positions and still doing great at it. Um, but we've definitely seen some pretty standout performances from just about everyone on both of these teams, honestly. Um, I guess eyes should be on the mid lane though to see how Pokeball and Slackosaurus match up with or without their jungler's help as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the bit of the distraction here. The teams lined up on the wrong sides, so we're having them
Uh,
switch sides here, or else all of our overlays would have been very misleading. Um, but yeah, I mean, personally for me, I'm really excited to see this top lane. Um, I'm obviously I'm a bit biased toward top laners, but I think that both of these top laners have done incredible things this split. We heard in the interview that J Dog saying good things about Eternal, and so we have him here going up against Bidet, who has just been a monster in the victories that they've managed to pick up with Northern Storm. So fortunately, everyone managed to shuffle with little complaining and difficulty, and it looks as though we'll be heading into game number one in just a second or two. I'm assuming you all can hear the counting down, the comical counting down. I really should just mute that somehow. Something for next split. All right, here we go. So we'll see where the band focus is. Always the most exciting thing to see in the first set of games. Looks as though first jumping out, going for the jungle. Another Nocturne ban. It's 3 Nocturne bans today.
yeah, and we're seeing a ban on the Olaf as well. Definitely both teams putting a little bit of priority on that jungle matchup, trying to get rid of those annoying things to deal with.
We did see the jungle matchup has been a big deal so far today. So a lot of respect for junglers is something I can really get into. And the Nasus ban, of course, Sigtao Eternal has had some good games on that. Not so great last week, though.
Yeah, and we're back on that jungler train. Definitely going to be pushing these junglers down their pools, but with deep enough pools, they're not going to be too hurt by it. And we see the Senna ban coming out to round things out for Northern Storm here.
Yeah. Senna, of course, has been kind of popping up a little bit here. And the Seraphine ban, who did manage to avoid getting banned in the first set of games. And Ornn again. Exciting.
We always love seeing that quality Ornn play, and we've got Volibear to match, so we're going to have plenty of tank to start things off for both of these teams.
Yeah, interested to see where the Volibear is going. Normally jungle, but does star in the top lane. And a Caitlyn pickup. So we will see if Northern Storm decides to go in for their normal AP style of bot lane, or if they mix it up a little bit. The Lucian is still available. Slack having some reasonable games on that, I think is fair to say.
We do see a Janna picked up, so going to be a little bit safer in the bot lane, it looks like. And I just kind of want to see Northern Storm kind of improve upon what they were doing last week in their draft. Last week, their draft was kind of awkward, didn't have a lot of damage in the first game, and it just kind of felt awkward. But it looks like they're going to slot in Janna with Ezreal, so very safe bot lane. Definitely going to kind of counteract the pressure that can be exerted by this Caitlyn Leona combo.
I don't think that Ezreal's going mid.
There's always a chance, but with the Jhin hover, it makes me lean towards the Ezreal ADC.
Alright, and as you said, bot lane of Caitlyn Leona. So assuming the Ezreal is the ADC, we won't have a Kai'Sa here. So a nice change up on our ADC front. More jungle bans. Just keep...
All the jungle bans.
Maybe they'll take Udyr off the board to wrap us up, take us home.
This is where Northern Storm hits us with the masterclass. They're just going to play Orange jungle and just get free reign in the top lane.
I mean, I'd watch it. We'll see if the last ban here will also be a jungle ban. Ban Jarvan. I mean, everyone loves playing Jarvan. But we'll see what happens.
Any second now, and we're going to see the last ban's going to be Sejuani to just solidify, really push Jester down in his pool. The Warwick ban implies that they think the Volibear is going to be going in the top lane, so I wouldn't be too surprised seeing another ban land in the jungle here, but they are going to take away that Orianna from Pointy Ball, who has had numerous beautiful ultimates coming through.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say Volibear's going top. It's not really Alonzi's style. Alonzi is more of the jump-in type of champion, so like Elise, Vi, Warwick, Zac. So Elise is surprising to see, though. I mean, we're seeing a couple of champions here who are not what I would call LCUS mainstays.
Yeah,
Elise,
I was definitely
Janna.
kind of expecting to see a Vi here, just because I know Alonzi does have a strong preference for Vi as well as Warwick, but interesting to see the Elise here, and I'm kind of excited to see it.
Graves as well, so our game one between Blitzkrieg and White Wolf was a lot of old standbys, and this one, we're just doing whatever we want.
We do see the Anivia, so I guess the question is still up in the air if that's Ezreal mid or ADC, because Token and Slack, I believe, are both proficient enough to play this Anivia.
Yeah, we have seen Token take Anivia bot. So we'll see who the last pick here is for this mid laner, we assume. Twisted Fate. What the hell?
Twisted Fate, just to keep that range in the mid lane there nice and safe there. It looks like we probably are going to see the Ezreal in the ADC position. So very safe lane for Northern Storm down there. I'm really interested in this jungle matchup, though, because Graves and Elise can both be very powerful in that early game, and I think it's just going to be interesting to see if we can find some duels in the early game between the two.
These teams are so weird. Someone call these players up and remind them that they're playing for playoff contention. But, alright, so... Yeah, like you said, the jungle is definitely where a lot of the discussion is. Graves and Elise, not the most common phases to see in the LCUS. I have seen discussion about Graves quite a lot recently in the Discord. And TF, I can't remember the last time we saw a TF in the LCUS. So
It's been a while. We'd have to check with the stats team here. I don't think it's been terribly long, but it's definitely not this season. I don't believe so.
I've seen I saw Gregosaurus saying that he wonders if it's a panic pick. That's kind of where I was as well, but we have Gank Police saying that they've been practicing with TF. So we'll see what happens with the mid lane here. Interesting seeing Token playing what I'd call a slightly more traditional ADC, especially followed up with this Janna. I'm surprised Peach didn't go with one of his more traditional picks, grabbing someone like Morgana or Yumi. Though Yumi Ezreal would be kind of weird. Um, what are your thoughts about this bot lane?
Um, I do like just how safe they can be with the Ezreal Janna. And I think it's really awkward that the Leona got picked into it. I think they came into the game saying, hey, we're going to play Caitlyn Leona, and didn't really adapt to whatever Northern Storm picked. So if they can get a good engage onto the Janna, that could be a pretty easy kill, but I think it's just a very difficult feat to accomplish. So I kind of like the fact I hate seeing Ezreal as an AD carry just because I feel like um, he's such a bursty champion. You don't have a lot of that consistent damage that like a Caitlyn or a Kaisa or something like that can pump out. But definitely, definitely fits against the lane they're against. So
Yeah, I would agree. Um, and then of course up in the top lane we got the two big boys punching each other for a while. Um, Ornn, we know all about what Ornn can do. Volibear's got that nice lead-in engage, especially when he gets his ultimate. So that might help out with Graves. A lot of little pocket AoE things on both of these teams. You've got Anivia's ult, you've got Graves' blind, um, Janna's ultimate, obviously kind of acts as the opposite of that, pushing away Leona's ultimate. So there's going to be a lot of territory control to keep an eye out for going in here.
I do want to say I do like that Northern Storm did improve upon their draft last week in that they actually have a decent amount of a decent palette of damage potential here, as
Mhm.
opposed to their previous week where they did the double Moonstaff bot lane and really only had Slackosaurus as Viego trying to carry, but unable to do so. That said, we don't really see that much frontline out of either of these teams. Um,
Gonna go with
and
Phoenix for the skins, I think.
mm, I I think I'm gonna go with Northern Storm on this one. I know you're not a fan of the more joke-esque skins, so that could be a Carnival Anivia fall into that category, but
I also think the with the orange skin. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but I like Thunderlord more.
that's fair.
Colors do kind of match though. I can appreciate that all their colors sort of line up. I'm There was a comment you made earlier. Oh yeah, there were comments made last week about how Phoenix really needs to have Eternal playing someone that deals a little more damage. Does Volibear fall into that, do you think?
Mm, kind of. Volibear does have some decent damage potential. But I think with what he's got going on for his team, he kind of needs to be on something a bit more sturdy. Um, Especially with Elise being very fragile in the jungle there, and then you've got a pseudo tank that's Leona. Leona can get pretty beefy, but um, doesn't generally get quite as robust as some of the more common top laners we've been seeing, like Ornn and Volibear. So I think it definitely fits their comp here that he's on the Volibear.
This Elise skin's a little terrifying. Not now, but in spider form. Haven't seen this TF skin in a while. It was one I remember catching my eye when it first released, but didn't really pick up.
I don't know, I kind of always liked the underworld / haunted style skins, so I'm a fan of the TF skin.
Yeah, hard to see the wild cards on him, that's true. So, might give a little bit of an edge to Phoenix here in the early game. But, gotta see where the early fights are gonna happen. Eternal being a little aggressive to start out with here, but that seems to be par for the course against Orns. Push him in, make him suffer later. Yeah, a lot of damage on Bidet here, actually.
Yeah, he's looking a little worse for the wear. Both top laners, they're popping all their potions, trying to stay all healthy and up there as long as they can. Don't want to have to be the first one to recall, lose all that priority up there. We'll get some more trading going in.
Bit of a pincer maneuver here on Slackosaurus. A lot of effort just to try to get a egg pop. They do get the flash, though.
It's a very good flash dodge, that cocoon there, too. If that cocoon lands, he's pretty much guaranteed to go into egg, if not die, even with Jester showing up there to support Slack there.
Colonel being very aggressive with this push. And Peach taken kind of low as well. Do have L on Z doing a bit of an invade. Doesn't get too much out of it, though. Don't think he gets anything out of it, actually. Excited to see who's going to make the first big move here. I always think it's interesting that they gave Graves that when they reworked him and gave him like the ammo and stuff. I always thought that was interesting. It was, you know, around the time where Jin had come out, and so I was kind of wondering if they were going to add more of those sorts of things to other champs, but it never really materialized.
I think it's a cool concept, and if you keep adding to it, it kind of devalues the concept, so I kind of appreciate that they didn't like go all in on it and start releasing champs left and right with that concept, but I would like to see them introduce that maybe one or two more times. And Bidet is looking pretty rough up here in the top lane. Not quite on death's door yet, but definitely low on health.
Yeah, I really think he should go back. I mean, obviously, like you said, they don't want to lose that momentum, but he's very low. And some sort of mad dive from Elise could leave him in a rough spot.
Yeah, speaking of Elise, we see him in the bot lane now, but spot on a ward. Not that he knows it, but not finding an opportunity, so just recalls here.
We do have Jester close at hand in the top lane. Maybe that's giving Bidet a little confidence to stick around. I don't need to go back. My friend's here. My friend was just spotted on a ward. Good awareness.
Jester still goes in to get some damage down, give Bidet a little bit more breathing room in that lane there, and it looks like Eternal's going to recall off of that. So
patience from Bidet does pay off. And shout out to whoever on Phoenix noticed that Graves on the ward and gave the pings. Because if you're top lane, you're generally not the one picking yourself. Oh my god, I should run away from here. Oop. Pointy ball at you.
Jester making his rounds, but not going to rotate down to this dragon. Peach does spot it out. Maya taken low.
Ooh, good little sidestep there by Amaya. Almost got taken out.
Ooh.
Nice attempted pop in there. Is the TF going to show up anywhere? It doesn't look like it.
Smite misses, but Jester flashes in just a hair too late, not able to finish that off.
Yeah, very scary though for Phoenix. Northern Storm almost got their claws into that one. But now that Slack is 6, now is when the Anivia train really starts.
Yeah, and that first mountain, or that first Infernal Drake is really nice to have for just anyone that can pick it up in this game with how damage heavy both of these comps are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, would have been really rough to have Anivia get it early. Really good for Phoenix getting it so that Elise and Caitlyn deal a little more damage. EF just teleporting into lane here, so there will be a teleport advantage mid for Northern Storm. And the poll in Twitch chat informs me we haven't had first blood yet. Nice headbutt by a Sexy Bidet here up in the top lane. A lot of damage coming out, actually. Bidet does have that ultimate available. Eternal might have bitten off more than they could chew. And this is going to be first, maybe blood? Yeah, Eternal's still too low. Good flashes!
Alright, everybody that bet on Northern Storm, here's your payout. And we see Bidet not too happy about all that bullying he's been taking in the top lane and returns the favor with extra force.
Alright. Yeah, very well done by Bidet getting that first kill. Both Jester and Bidet are spotted going for Herald. Alonzi is here, but he is only level 5.
Amaya steps up to ward the Tribush in the bot lane, takes a lot of damage for it, forced off.
Slack gets a little stun there. Double stun. I'm not sure the
Engage
damage
coming
output is
through.
there, though. Ooh, Alonzi gets caught up against a nice wall there.
Repel's just going to buy him a little bit of time to waddle away. Herald does get secured by Jester there.
Yeah, Maya very low. There are wards everywhere here in this brush. Token and Peach are realizing that knowledge is power.
Yeah, and with Caitlyn Leona, you really like to push your early advantage of having a lot of aggression, so fighting against this Ezreal Janna is definitely a hindrance for them in that they don't really have as many opportunities to all in on Northern Storm here. Just try to get a couple chip damage trades in back and forth from Alpha here.
Checking out the gold, we see that Pointy Ball's doing very well in the mid lane for himself right now.
Yeah.
14 CS advantage given returns. Bot lane is basically equal, and of course top lane has that first blood gold making the difference. Next dragon up in 90 seconds. We do have Jester just hanging out.
Ward is called out in the river, so they know that they have vision there. He's just going to go back to Krugs, maybe look for something afterwards, but Elise is also going to be in the area after picking up this Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, we'll see how much dragon comes into play here. We do have Slack rotating in. So Alonzi may be interrupted here. Nope, does manage to grab the crab. Top lane continues to lock horns. But this is going to be a very interesting, nice little stun there. Everyone's jumping in. Abilities on abilities. Amaya flashes out. Alonzi jumps in but realizes that's a mistake. Massive Ezreal ult and the teleport coming in, but it's interrupted in a very nice play by Eternal. So much damage. Good snipe coming in there. Suddenly TF is involved as well. That is multiple kills coming down here. They're going to get Peach as well.
Yeah, and Amaya finding a really good ultimate onto both of the bot lane. Bidet is just going to go down to ultimate in the top lane, but Amaya finding a really good ultimate onto both bottom laners for Northern Storm. Starting off that engagement, looks like they repelled it right away, but not quite the case, and the extended play goes all to the side of Phoenix here.
Yeah, Pointy Ball coming in when he did worked out very well for them. Oh, the damage over time from Red Buff breaks the egg. Gonna come back
Yeah,
at full health, but
I kind of like that Slackosaurus actually did flash there, identifying that the red buff was probably going to burn him, and if he stays close enough, Pointy Ball just gets so much damage on that egg right away.
one big positive for Northern Storm, though, is they managed to take out Alonzi so that he couldn't turn around and go right into Dragon. But he is here now, so we'll see if they decide to go for it or not. Slack and Jester jumping in on Pointy here, but Pointy manages to just calmly walk under turret.
You see Northern Storm clearing this vision on Dragon. They could walk mid lane here. Jester caught up.
Oh,
Team is here to follow.
Yep. Nice help there. Fortunately for Alonzi, Slack has no mana. And so
right now we're playing ARAM.
Yeah. There's a wall. Oh!
Ooh, huge snipe by Token there with the ultimate taking down Alonzi TARDIS.
Alonzi really feeling that low health from playing as a little spider. Just can't seem to survive in fights for more than a couple of seconds. And now at a disadvantage, Phoenix is positioning around Dragon. Alonzi is coming back in. They're gonna get Crab here, pretty straightforward.
Tornado's just a little slow to steal the Crab away.
Good idea to clear out these wards, but Eternal's gonna take a little bit of damage from Peach here. Alright. So how much does Northern Storm want to commit on this Dragon? It looks as though they're willing to swing around the other side. Token is there. There isn't a ward to tell them this is coming, but they do see it. Amaya-chan does not have ult available yet. Here comes the big Ornn ult right into the pit. There's a wall here. You can't get around it. They do manage to get the Dragon. Amaya is already very low. Good Ice Wall interrupts that. Bidet is going 2-on-1 in the Dragon pit. Eternal wants no part of it and runs away, leaving Alonzi to their fate. Pointy Ball gets taken down as well. And an incredibly painful trade.
Yeah, Ocean Dragon goes over to the side of Phoenix here, but 3 kills for Northern Storm, and I think they're happy to take that trade.
Yep. Gold lead swinging in Northern Storm's favor. 1.5 right now.
We see Mountain Soul is going to be our soul for this game. Alpha takes a lot of damage there from the Ezreal combo.
Yeah, there is a lot of early game damage that Northern Storm is putting out here that very few members of Phoenix can survive for more than a second or two. So it's going to get worse before it gets better, I think, for Phoenix. Really need to maybe get Alpha into a position where Alpha can take advantage of the squishies themselves. Poke on the Janna a little bit, poke on the Ezreal. Ezreal, of course, doesn't like to get poked, but something to try. Slack lurking in the brush here, waiting for Pointy Ball. Definitely seeing a lack of wards from Phoenix in this game one. There's the Ice Ball, there's the full combo. Right away, Pointy Ball taken to half health, but he's got some damage output of his own. Slack very low. He's gonna ult just to get the visibility. Oh, the cards just barely miss. Good stun there. They're jumping in on
huge engage.
Oh, great save by Princess Peach. Graves is as good as dead. Now the turnaround. Bidet has to flash. Big ult though. Everyone scatters. Which way is the ult going? No direction in particular. Teleport coming from the TF. TF is very low health though, so this could be a mistake. A nice shot from Ezreal. Oh, just barely misses the Q. Good counter shot from Jester though, and everyone has to fall back.
You know, and you see both teams kind of just trying to pull the trigger every chance they get in that little engagement there. Really good engagement by Amaya, landing another ult off on Jester there, and then pretty much everyone diving in, but Peach just able to save the day there with the Monsoon.
Yeah, I mean, very Compared to the White Wolf game that we had previously here, very bloodless so far. Just comparison-wise, obviously 6 and 4 have died, but you know they were at like 10 at this point in the White Wolf Blitz games. Good maneuverability around damage, good survivability coming out from their moves. We saw Alpha, as soon as they were targeted, immediately using that net to shoot herself away from any sort of potential damage. Pointy Ball playing very safe as well.
Absolutely. Not seeing any less aggression, just seeing the teams being able to be willing to disengage when they know that they're maybe not getting the ideal results in these early fights here.
Mm-hmm. Pointy might be in a little bit of trouble here. Once again, lack of wards. He's going to get ambushed by Token and Jester. Good flash. Good root.
Just takes a little bit of damage and walks away.
Very nice. Didn't think he'd get out of there. TF not being the most mobile champ on Earth.
Yeah, but not a whole lot of lockdown on the side of Ezreal and Graves also, so a little bit of an advantage there.
What is that weird Caitlyn animation? She's got like rocket boots or something. That's just a part of the skin and just kind of looks odd.
Probably.
Must be it. I never think to point it out until it's over. Alright, so almost 2k gold lead here for Northern Storm. Obviously, both dragons. Next dragon up in about 30 seconds. So we'll see where the momentum takes them. Time to go for Herald is now if they want to get another one. Eternal is kind of lurking around that area, but I think realizes he has teleport, so he'll just head back. Stop the big push from the Ornn.
We kind of see that mid lane tower for Phoenix just kind of waiting to fall. Very low health there. So, nice bit of standing gold there if Northern Storm can pick that up. Herald definitely doing a lot of assistance there. And it looks like they're already set up for Dragon. They're going to start it up.
This is a very quick dragon. I can't see any way for Phoenix to really get involved here. Alonzi certainly tried, but just gets in some damage for his trouble. Big Ornn ult stops Amaya from possibly going in. The bear is getting a lot of damage on himself as well. Interesting placement for this Anivia ult. Pointy Ball's long-range damage takes out Princess Peach. Amaya goes down as well. Good stun, but Pointy is so low. Great stun the other way as well. Alpha has to flash to try to live. And once again, a really bad fight at Dragon for Phoenix.
Yeah, Northern Storm backs against the wall in that Dragon Pit, able to make the fight go their way though, and Alonzi Taurus almost gets taken out by Token with the cheeky little EQ.
Yeah, I don't think... I think that... I think Phoenix might lose this just because they can't seem to sustain in fights long term. And I'm not sure what the solution is for that. Everyone can't just buy Warmogs. Or can they?
They certainly can try, but I don't think it's worth the investment. Peach has definitely been able to do a lot of work in these fights, able to disrupt so much, and as soon as Phoenix finds a way into the backline, Peach just monsoons them back out of there and gives a chance for Northern Storm to kind of reposition the fight.
And there's a lot of CC coming out of both teams as well. A lot of good stuns possibility from the TF, from the Leona, from the Elise, but, you know, also from the Anivia, Ornn with his knockups. So it's really coming down to the execution of those abilities, especially when your team is as squishy as Phoenix's is. But we'll see where they go from here. Game's not over by any stretch, though there is a 4.5k gold lead now.
Yeah, and we see a large portion of that is actually on Token here, able to pick up 5 of those kills so far in the game. Just putting him so far ahead of this Caitlyn and definitely being the oppressor here.
Yeah, Ezreal definitely benefits from going up against squishy players. Early game, he's got those nice long ranges with his pokes. Pointy Ball is holding the gold card here, so if Slack gets anywhere close to him, gonna be rough. 3-on-1 top. I think Eternal's just got to give this turret up. Yep. So that's 2 turrets for Northern Storm now.
Yeah, turrets are starting to fall, and Northern Storm just wants to accelerate the pace of this game.
Oh, Pointy does a great stun. Turret dealing a lot of damage. Can he get one more shot off? He can't. Slack is dealing so much with his ultimate. Where's the help? He does have his Winions helping out here on the goal, on the egg. He does have to use his gold card, and now the turnaround. Where's the aid?
We see Jester coming down river might be able to catch up to Pointy. Pointy does have ult available and is going to
Killed by
try to
Winions.
survive the Winions, but he can't find the opportunity to get away.
And now Alonz jumps in on the spider. One more hit, does manage to get that down. Big shutdown gold there, and now ring around the Rosie. Meanwhile, Token is interrupting the reinforcements, but is going to get hit by a lot of the stuns. Great job there, and here comes Bidet to help out. Knocks up the Leona. Eternal's ult. This is a big, slow old bear. Can't quite manage it. Alonz does get out, and Amaya will as well.
Yeah, we had the 1v1 of the mid laners in the bottom lane that was just oh so exciting that everyone wanted to join in, and there was just a sloppy fight. Skirmish thrown together in the river, and well, everybody died.
I think sloppy
Not
fight
everybody,
is the name of the game here. I think the Phoenix needs to shore up a little bit. I don't know if it's because of their team comp or what, but it's rough for them right now. And yeah, as chat is pointing out, Peach, I'm not a big fan of Janna's ultimate, but Peach is showing that it really works when you use it in the right position.
Yeah, Janna is very frustrating to play against once you're up against a really good Janna that lands those 600 IQ tornadoes mixed with just the quality disbursement ults. Just dispelling any aggression, staying in it long enough to get the nice healing back up against a team that really doesn't have much of any healing. So very beneficial for
since
Northern
Riot
Storm
isn't
here.
going to fix their client anytime soon. Maybe they should take the time to invest in like an AI that says this is how many lives saved by a Janna ult. Well, that life isn't going to be saved as Anivia is deleted. Alpha incredibly low though. Heal has to be popped. Lots of nice damage being dealt to Princess Peach though. Snipe comes in very low as well. Pointy goes on a nice stun. He's being patient. Eternal, shield up. Big Ornn ult coming here. Does manage to just barely clip. Once again, Alonz's squishiness is a problem. Alpha is being a little bit distracting here. Eternal gets taken out, unfortunately, as well. Amaya's trying to loop in, but there's no one to follow up. And that is going to be another dead character, and once again, a bad fight by the Dragon Pit.
Yeah, and Token just had all the peel he needed to just kind of run away with that fight. Able to pick up, I think, 3 of the kills there?
3 kills, yeah, I'm pretty sure. 10-1.
Peach about ready to lay down his life just to make sure Token can stay alive, and it definitely paid off in that fight.
Yeah, I'd like to see, if Phoenix wants to run a similar comp to this again, I'd like to see someone a little more durable. Either out of Alonz or maybe even someone that isn't TF. TF is coming in here, forcing the flash. Great double stack of stuns here. This should be a dead Anivia. Someone deal the damage, please. There you go.
And Token there to kind of try to provide support, but realizes that effort is futile. He's not going to pick up any kills on the side, and he is just worth too much gold to die here, so just says, sorry buddy, gotta go.
A lot of bullying the bird here. Ironically, the most immortal member of their team has died the most. A lot of 4 deaths for Phoenix though. Jin would be very proud. Jin would be like, okay, we can't kill anyone until Caitlyn dies 3 times. Everybody's got to shore up. Looks like there was the makings of a push in the top lane, but Northern Storm might be thinking of Baron? He's standing in the pit. Okay. So not doing that either. But we got a split push from this Anivia. Oh man, Amaya, one of the more durable people on the team, and almost deleted in a quick little combo there. Oh!
Ooh, so very low, sitting at just over 100 health there. And we see Amaya's got, what, 130 some armor and 80 magic resist, so just a little bit behind on the armor from the Volibear, but still on par with the MR. Not
Nice.
what you like to see here for the side of Phoenix, seeing half your front line just get evaporated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so much damage here. Leona sometimes seems to take a while to get going in the tanky department. Misses the sword pull there as well. Pointy Ball unfortunately has to go and deal with this bot lane split push that Slack set up. We do actually have the Baron being started. Does get spotted thanks to that fruit. There is no blast cone though. So if Alonz wants to get in there. Ooh,
You
good
see
stun
Ward
there though.
Galore.
Will they get it? No, they're actually forced up. Alonz is already taken incredibly low. Not able to get the steal. That was all he was focused on. Amaya is also going to get deleted. The fight is happening in the Anivia pit. You don't want it there. Alpha unfortunately gets knocked up and is going to get taken out as well. And that is going to be Baron.
And that's another beautiful ultimate by Peach there, keeping Token alive through all of that frontline damage he was taking, caught out in the front, but not able to fall.
Yeah, and once again, Pointy Ball does get away, but he's fighting a 4-on-1. I don't think there's cards you can play here, TF. Game feeling a lot more one-sided than our first set of games here.
We are going to see the tower fall here. Engage on a Pointy Ball. He makes it out just barely. Peach flashes, but not out.
Alonz and Amaya doing some good damage on Jester here. Jumps in front, getting a little bit of the slowdown. Stopwatch is OP. Good shot there from Caitlyn, saving Alonz's life. Good sidestep as oh!
Yeah, really good stopwatch by Alonz there to keep him alive from just barely dodging that Q from Ezreal, and ult comes through. He sidesteps it, but Pointy Ball not quite that fortunate. Looks like Dragon's secured here by Northern Storm, and this Ornn is just getting more and more durable as minutes pass. Sitting at 200 armor, 300 MR. He is not an easy target to take down.
Just wanted to correct you on one thing there, Arcane. There's no such thing as a good stopwatch.
Oh, I apologize. It was perfectly timed, if you will, but it was definitely OP, and don't forget to call your congressman.
There we go. 3,000 gold advantage between these ADCs. 2,000-ish, 1,200 in the mid lane. Top a 2,000 gold differential as well. So every lane doing very well for themselves. About an 11k gold lead. This might actually just be the end of the game here.
Yeah, no soul needed. Should just be able to siege in. Caitlyn's got her trap set up in the mid lane, so going to push in the bot lane, break this next tower, and really put some pressure on.
Well, I was going to say in our pregame, which I didn't quite get to, Option 12, I think, really woke Northern Storm up last week. And, I mean, they're making a statement here, a very powerful one. And it's going to be hard to deny that they're playoff material after this. Reasonable ult there from Amaya, but there's no follow-up. This turret is going to go down in short order thanks to the buffed-up siege minions. Big Ornn ult coming. Hits up 2 members. Good flashes, though. Should be a dead inhibitor. Are they going to try for more? They could rotate over, get the other one. They will do that. There is no one on Phoenix who's able to go in and try to dissuade them here. They're just going to do a big circle.
Yeah, and it really sucks being the Leona in this situation because Leona is just so difficult to play and break a siege with unless you find a really good engagement with that ultimate.
Does jump in there on the Ezreal. Fortunately was pulled in and not knocked away by the Janna ult. They focus down on Princess Peach again. Bad day for supports as both supports die. But
and
the
Token
base...
just does so much damage here, blows up Amaya, avenging his very own support. Everyone jumping in the way to tank that shot for Slackosaurus there.
LNZ loses half of his health from one ability, and the base of Phoenix is gutted.
See Baron up in 2 minutes, Mountain Drake shortly after. I think Northern Storm just needs to regroup and set up for their death push here. Inhibs are all gone for Phoenix, and this game is looking rough. Not a single tower taken in favor of Phoenix.
Yeah, I wonder what the logic would be not pushing here. I guess if you want to play it super safe, but when you're up 12k, I feel as though they could just push in here, but it looks as though they're going to try to get the dragon first, or they prefer pushing bot lane. Hard to say. With Jester a little out of position, it may behoove them to just wait for dragon at this point.
The notice Alonzi here, they might just go for a pick and end the game.
Yep.
Alonzi is not long for this world. They have the wave bottom. They're gonna go to Baron though.
Yeah, LNZ has had a very rough game. That spider is not the most durable thing in the world. Which you think we would know from now. Anyway.
Bitsy Bitsy Spider?
No, I was gonna say she's only a 2-3 in Runeterra. So very squishy.
Yeah,
right.
and Elise playing from behind is just so difficult to do because you're basically just there to be a CC bot. You've got to try to get those cocoons, and you can't really contribute too much as far as damage goes because you just explode.
Yeah, and I mean that is what kind of leads into all those things that I say about Jarvan. Those sorts of champions who have the problems where they're designed to jump in on things. You're not great if you're behind. And of course, one of the big advantages that Elise does have over someone like Jarvan is the fact
Huge
that...
engage coming in the Slackosaurus here.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna just explode, but that doesn't matter. Northern Storm's walking in the base with 4 members holding Baron buff. And we've got recalls coming through. Ultimate cancels Alonzi Tardis' recall.
Token also taking out the Leona here. Can they hold the line? Let's see what happens. Everything is melting
These
too fast.
Towers are just evaporating.
Yeah, there's no way they have the damage output to stop Ornn, for example, focusing down.
And down goes the Nexus. Slackosaurus with the big brain bait play down by the dragon there.
Dominant performance from Storm.
Yeah, a very, very well played by Northern Storm here, and just looking at the damage, everything is coming up token this game.
Everything is coming up token this game. That Ezreal, those long-range snipes, those big burst plays shutting down LNZ, second lowest damage on his team. Not what you want to see on an Elise. We'll take a quick look at the vision score, as always requested. Reasonable vision score for a game of that length, though. All right, so that is game 1 under wraps. And Phoenix has their work cut out for them.
Northern Storm definitely came to play.
Yeah. No question there. All right, folks, quick break. Heading into our 4th game of the night, 2nd game of this matchup. Can Phoenix pull another one out here, or will Northern Storm solidify their place in the playoffs? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.